I've been using Unity for about 15 years now, and the entire time, this is something that I've been avoiding. Recently, I made a big change, and I want to share with you why and how it can be helpful for you as a developer. And no, the change isn't from Unity to Unreal. I love Unreal, but I have absolutely no reason to change. Instead, what I've done is change my Unity editor from this to this. And I did it with a couple simple assets that I grabbed from the asset store. These are actually a set of plugins that I've used before, all combined to really redo the way that the editor works. And I've been against this for a long time. I really generally opposed when people would load up a bunch of editor tools because it felt like it usually made things more cumbersome, a little bit more confusing, and just a little bit messy feeling and hard for new people to get in. But these tools are very different from ones that I've used in the past. And maybe it's just me, but I really like the way that they improve my productivity. And I want to show you just a couple of the key things that have really helped me and why I keep pushing everybody to use this. I'm telling everybody that I work with, just use these tools, let them save you a little bit of time. I'm going to break this down by individual tool since there are 5 of them and show you the most useful piece of each one. We're going to start with vTabs. And by the way, when you install these tools, they all go under a tools menu, and then there are V whatever folder options to just turn on each feature. So when you have vTabs installed, the first thing that you get, and one of the coolest things that I started using this for, is that you can just take any folder and drag it and make it into a tab. You can also take any object and drag it and make it into an inspector tab. And it's just like hitting new inspector, locking and all that, but you don't have to go through that process. Super handy and super quick. But it also adds a couple other features. If you go to tools and tabs, you can hit an add tab button that gives you this little plus, and then you can go create the type of tab that you want. If I want another project view, it'd be more useful for multiple game views and multiple scene views, but I have used it for inspectors and stuff. There's also a way to close tabs, so I can now go over and hover them and hit a little Xbox, or a close box. And then there's a tab divider option that adds these little tab dividers there. And the most useful part here is definitely being able to just drag out an object and get a new inspector, because then you don't have to go through that whole locking process. Really handy if you want to have a whole bunch of them, and especially when you see how it ties in with the other ones. And this next one's probably going to be the most impactful, so make sure you hit the thumbs up button and pay close attention. And that's the vInspector. If I go to Tools, vInspector, you'll see there are a couple things. There's a navigation bar, that's those arrows that you can see that allow me to go back and forward through previous objects that I've selected. There are also 2 even cooler options, though, the copy paste components and save and play mode. Now, copy paste components, you're probably thinking, okay, I can copy paste components anyway, but here you can actually copy multiple components. You see that it's got 2 components copied, and then just go paste them onto whatever object. Not a super useful example here, but I've used this dozens of times to just save me time when I want to copy multiple things. The other one, though, that is really helpful and will probably save you all a lot of time is if I want to drag and move things around, go into scene view and maybe go find this button. I don't like this position. I'd probably do something a little bit more complicated. But I do that. A lot of the time, my process would then be to right click, go copy the component and save the value. Now I could hit copy and then save it all off, but I can also just hit this save and play mode button here that'll save just that component, stop playing, and then watch what happens. You see that as soon as I stop playing, it actually saves it and dirties up my scene. This is amazingly helpful because it's kind of like, it's allowing you to do a save in play mode, but without having the negatives or downside of it trying to automatically save everything and then break stuff because your game state has changed from your save state. So it's really helpful. It's been, I think, one of the most useful things in here. Now here you can see the most obvious one turned on. That's the hierarchy. You can see all of the coloring, which you just hold down Alt and then click a color or an icon to give them different colors or icons. Makes it a little bit easier to group and categorize things. You can also see the components here with a quick component view. Alt click on them. I think you might even be able to just it's just Alt click. Pops up this little UI. Speaking of Alt click, I forgot the most important thing from vInspector. So we're going to rewind and then go back because this is probably the handiest thing. Say I'm working on my game manager and I want to do something with this, but I need to go select other objects. Now, normally I could lock it, or maybe I could even just drag it out and make a new tab like you saw before. But the other thing that I can do that's really helpful is I can just hold down Alt and click and drag and get a little component window for that actual component. I've used this probably more than anything. I don't know how I forgot it just a minute ago on the other section, but that is so helpful because I grab that and I might go grab a camera or some other object, and I just find myself pulling out multiple different components, adjusting the values, and then closing them out when I'm done without having to worry about opening up a bunch of inspectors and docking them different places. Now back to the hierarchy, let's go to the tools menu. You can see a couple other options here. There's the navigation bar that's up at the top that allows us to add new components. So hit the plus and see that new component menu is right there. There's also this drop down for searching for a scene. So if I want to go find a specific scene by name, I can just do it here. And I found that this is actually really helpful because almost every time when I have a scene, it has a name and I know the name. There aren't a dozen scenes with the same name, so it's relatively easy for me to find it. Same if I have like a level number or something else, just click, type, and it's done. I don't have to do a lot of work. It's a really fast, handy level switching tool or scene switching tool. Let's go back though one more time. The other things in here, the activation toggle and the zebra striping and hierarchy lines. You can see the zebra striping. The hierarchy lines when we expand out are useful right there. But the most useful thing here on the hierarchy side is just the enable disable. So if I want to go turn on and off my globe, I just go click right here. I no longer have to click and then click over here on the inspector. This is something that as soon as I reinstalled Windows and got the thing back up and running, I missed instantly. That and the alt drag, probably the two biggest things. The other two plugins are a little bit less powerful, but still do some useful stuff. The vFolders one, you can see my folder view has some lines there. It looks a little bit different. And if I have objects where I have like big names, like here, see I get multi-line names, which is nice and handy. I also like the fact that I can just take any folder, drag it up here, and then make it into a little shortcut and kind of bounce around. The last one is vFavorites, and this one has some options for hotkeys and stuff, but the main thing is that if you hold down Alt, you get some favorites here, and you can bounce between them. I feel like this is almost could just be part of vFolders because it's not something that I use enough. I rather use these little folder sorters here, but it is pretty helpful. I mean, it ties in with the rest, so it's cool. But out of all of them, I think hierarchy and inspector by far the most useful. Tabs is very handy. You want to just quick drag, and then project is right there, and then favorites is probably the one after that. Now, there are definitely other features in here that I didn't call out. I know there are quite a few that I can think of offhand, but if you think of something that I missed that is super helpful in one of these, please drop a comment down below. And if you think that Unity should make their editor basically like this, drop that comment down below too, because I feel like all of these should basically just be kind of integrated, and this is all functionality that just makes the editor and inspector nice and handy, and it's all toggleable too, so if you don't want to turn on a color or something, you don't have to. But being able to do all of these things and quickly get around, especially the component dragging, the multiple copy paste and all that stuff, extremely helpful. Now, they are paid assets, so I'd say like if they're outside your price range, just wait until they go onto a sale. If they're inside and you're actually doing professional development work, at very least check out Inspector and Hierarchy. It'll probably save you more time than they cost. So they definitely have for me. That's all for this video. Just wanted to give a shout out to something I've been using a lot lately. I mean, I use this thing every day and I think it's really helpful. So if you use it too, drop a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.